You're 25 years old, grinding away at your job, watching your bank account grow at a snail's pace, and you can't shake this nagging feeling that there's got to be a better way. That was Ryan's reality. 5 years he'd put in at the local grocery store, working his way up from bagging groceries to assistant manager, saving every penny he could. But it felt like running on a treadmill, lots of effort, zero progress. The math just wasn't mathing. He'd lie awake at night, thinking, there's gotta be people out there making money while they sleep, right? What do they know that I don't? That question ate at him until one Saturday morning, he decided enough was enough. He was going to find answers, and he knew exactly who to ask. Ryan had heard stories about Mr. Daniels, this wealthy businessman who lived one town over. The guy was practically a legend, owned properties, ran businesses, and somehow still had time to sip coffee on his porch every afternoon, like he didn't have a care in the world. That's what real wealth looks like, Ryan thought. Not the hustle and grind 24/7, but having your money work for you while you actually live your life. So Ryan jumped in his beat-up Honda Civic and drove out to Mr. Daniels' place. Palms sweating, rehearsing what he'd say the whole way there. When Ryan pulled up to the estate, there was Mr. Daniels, exactly as advertised, relaxed in a lawn chair under this massive oak tree, coffee in hand, looking like he was living in a different dimension from the rest of the working world. Ryan walked up, introduced himself, and cut straight to the chase. Mr. Daniels, I need to learn how to make my money work for me instead of the other way around. I'm tired of trading hours for dollars. I want what you have. Mr. Daniels looked at him over the rim of his coffee cup, a slight smile playing at the corners of his mouth. Kid, I like your attitude. Most people your age are too busy financing cars. They can't afford to think about building real wealth. Pull up a chair, let me break this down for you. Here's the thing, Mr. Daniels started. Passive income isn't some secret club for millionaires. You don't need a trust fund or a six-figure salary to get started. What you need is the right mindset and a game plan. Step 1 is dead simple, but most people mess it up anyway. You need capital, period. That means saving money, not borrowing it. I don't care if you're only putting away $50 a week. That's your seed money. Every empire starts with the first brick. Don't even think about taking out loans to invest when you're just starting out. That's how people end up broke and bitter. Work hard, live below your means, stack that cash. Got it? Ryan nodded, soaking it all in like a sponge. But Mr. Daniels, once I've got some money saved up, then what? Mr. Daniels chuckled and held up a hand. Whoa there, cowboy. Step 2 is where 90% of people faceplant. You're gonna be tempted, real tempted, to blow that money on stuff that makes you look successful. New iPhone, fancy car, designer clothes, whatever. Resist that urge like your future depends on it, because it does. Those things? That car you finance for 40 grand, it loses value the second you drive it off the lot. That phone? Obsolete in 2 years. Meanwhile, you could have used that money to build something that actually pays you back. He'd been fantasizing about upgrading his car for months, but hearing it laid out like this, it suddenly seemed foolish. You're right, if I blow everything now, I'm starting from zero all over again. Exactly, Mr. Daniels said, pointing at him. Now you're getting it. Step 3, this is where it gets fun. You need to hunt for opportunities, and trust me, they're everywhere once you train your eyes to see them. Look around your neighborhood, scroll through social media, talk to people. There are a million ways to generate passive income with relatively small investments. They started walking through the neighborhood, and Mr. Daniels pointed things out like he was giving Ryan a masterclass. See that house? Tommy started a lawn care service for under $500, mower, trimmer, done. Now he's got a crew running routes while he manages from his laptop. Over there? Sarah started dog sitting on Rover, literally zero upfront cost. Now she's booked solid every weekend. Down the street? The Johnsons rent out their garage as storage space, $400 a month, pure profit. The opportunities are everywhere, Ryan. You just gotta open your eyes and think creatively. Ryan's mind was blown. I've been so tunnel-visioned on my 9 to 5 that I totally missed all this. Mr. Daniels clapped him on the shoulder. Most people do. That's why most people stay broke. But you're here asking questions. That already puts you ahead of the pack. Start small, learn as you go, and expect to make mistakes. That's not a bug, that's a feature. You're gonna learn more from actually doing it than from reading 1,000 blog posts. The perfect plan doesn't exist, so stop waiting for it. Ryan felt a weight lift off his shoulders. He'd been so worried about making the wrong choice that he'd made no choice at all. Start small, learn fast, got it. What's next? Step 5, Mr. Daniels continued, is scaling up. Sarah didn't jump straight to 10 dogs. She built up her client base review by review. It's compound growth, baby. Small improvements stacking on top of each other until suddenly you're looking at serious money. Ryan was practically vibrating with excitement. This is incredible. What else? Never, and I mean never, put all your eggs in one basket. Then a third. Different streams protect you from market changes, seasonal fluctuations, all that unpredictable stuff. And here's your reward for being smart. Once you're actually making money, it's okay to spend some of it. Just keep it reasonable. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, but don't get stupid about it. Ryan grinned. That's the balance, right? And finally, step 7, the one that separates the winners from the wannabes. Patience and consistency. Building real passive income takes time, could be months, could be years depending on what you're doing. Most people quit right before they would have succeeded because they don't see instant results. Don't be that person. Stay consistent. Keep learning. Adapt when things change. And whatever you do, don't get complacent. The world keeps moving. You gotta keep moving with it. They walked back to the oak tree where they'd started, and Mr. Daniels extended his hand. Ryan, you came here looking for answers. And I've given you the blueprint. The rest is on you. 7 steps. Save capital. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Find opportunities. Start small. Scale up, diversify, and stay consistent. Do that, and 5 years from now you will be sitting under your own tree sipping coffee while your money works for you. Ryan shook his hand firmly, feeling like he'd just unlocked a cheat code to life. Thank you, Mr. Daniels. You have no idea how much this means to me. Mr. Daniels smiled. I do, actually. I was sitting exactly where you are 30 years ago. Ryan drove home that afternoon with his head spinning in the best way possible. For the first time in years, he didn't feel stuck. He had a plan, a real, actionable plan. He printed flyers, posted in local groups, and booked his first 3 jobs. It wasn't glamorous, it wasn't sexy, but it was his. And every weekend when he'd finish a job and deposit that check, he'd think about Mr. Daniels' words. This is how it starts. 6 months in, Ryan had built up a solid client base. He reinvested his profits into better equipment, hired a high school kid to help on weekends, and started taking on bigger commercial contracts. His passive income wasn't totally passive yet, but the foundation was there. A year later, he launched his second stream, buying a beat-up vending machine, fixing it up, and placing it at a local gym. $20 a day might not sound like much, but that's $600 a month without lifting a finger after the initial setup. Then he added another machine and another. The snowball was rolling. 3 years after that conversation under the oak tree, Ryan sat down and did the math. Between his pressure washing business that now ran itself with a small crew, his network of 12 vending machines across town, and the spare bedroom he'd started renting on Airbnb, he was pulling in an extra $4,500 a month. His grocery store salary? Still there, still steady, but now it wasn't his lifeline, it was just bonus money. He'd cracked the code. His money was finally working for him, and you know what the craziest part was? He still drove that same beat-up Honda Civic, not because he had to, but because he didn't need to prove anything to anyone. He was too busy building real wealth to care about looking rich. Ryan never forgot those 7 steps. And he never forgot Mr. Daniels. Every few months he'd drive out to that estate, sit under that oak tree, and update him on his progress. Mr. Daniels would listen, nod approvingly, and always end with the same advice. Don't get comfortable, kid. There's always another level. And Ryan would smile, because he knew exactly what that meant. This wasn't the finish line, it was just the beginning. The game of passive income never really ends. You just get better at playing it. Ryan couldn't help but think, this is what freedom actually feels like.